How the fuck are you? What? What the hell? What is happening? What's up? Welcome back, y'all. Today we played through a lot of the story, actually. We're pretty much near the end, I'm pretty sure, right now. But yeah, last time, basically, we met Hugo and Vivian at an auction. And then Hugo, disguised as Mockingbird, stole this cloak that we need or whatever. It's called the Robe of Heroes, actually. So yeah, in last episode, I fought him as Lycan. And then we're continuing on from there. So yeah, if y'all enjoy this, make sure to like and subscribe. Because, you know, I need it. At least right now. I don't know, maybe in like 3 years I'll be at 100k and some people will come back and watch this and I won't need that many subscribers, but but anyway, enough of me yapping. Let's get into it.
Long time no see, traitor.
It was you who broke the oath, not me.
You haven't changed, pompous and self-righteous.
You're beyond reason.
Both of you! Enough!
Master Proxy. Are you all right, Master Proxy? Any injuries?
I'm fine. I just forgot I wasn't Eos. I thought your attacks would just go over my head. I'm not used to being this tall, I guess.
Alright, y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna put this in the video, but if I am gonna put this in the video, then I'll put a timestamp for where I left off last episode, because I did not leave off here last episode. It was after we fought Hugo.
Rest assured, manager, my blade has always been steady. I'll never point my weapon at my allies, especially not you. As for that oath, he has no sense of control in the heat of battle, even turning on his own comrades.
I'd thank you not to spread lies.
What? Are you denying it? I merely spoke the truth.
Thought we were in for it. If you value your lives, you better hand over all your...
I have no conflict with you, gentlemen. I'm here for personal reasons, not to mine ether resources.
Cut the crap. It's been a rough day, and we need something to make whatever your business is. Pay your dough or bite the dust.
Pay our dough. This is the Hollow. You're not claiming this Hollow as your own. Not even the current mayor of New Eridu would dare to make that assertion. Am I correct? Mr. Mayflower Watchdog.
You sure have a mouth on you, pretty boy. Don't push it. We've buried idiots like you in the Hollow before, and soon you'll be joining them.
I'd urge you to reconsider.
Huh?
Unfortunately, your kind advice has come too late. They've already won my patience.
Oh, help me!
Scared? Then perhaps you should think twice before you act. You've made your bed. Now lie in it.
Sorry! I'm so sorry! Please have mercy!
Spare us! We won't do it again!
Are you quite done blowing off steam? Don't kill them. I'll hand them over to public security once we're out of...
Who do you think you are to tell me what to do? They weren't planning to show you any mercy, yet you forgive them so easily. You haven't changed at all over the years, Lycon. To hell with you and your foolish fantasies of being some almighty savior. Haven't you learned your lesson from what happened with your eye and legs?
My principles remain unshaken. No one has the right to take another's life.
Sinners deserve punishment. Do you know how many lives they've taken? I'm merely delivering the justice the world needs.
It is not our place to pass judgment. I know I will not sway you. There's no point in continuing this argument. I will stop you. I always will.
Go ahead and try. I will defeat you. I always will. Be prepared to kneel before me, traitor.
You talk too much.
Is that all? Out of my way. I have you now. By proxy, I'd advise against trusting anyone from the Mayflower family.
Really? Do you two have to do this now?
My apologies, dear manager, but I'm itching to teach him a lesson.
Shut up!
Alright, we're back, y'all. This is the part where I disconnected, so I am going into this completely blind now.
Worry not. Mastery of my skills will come in time. But there's something more important I would like to teach you. Something about faith.
Does a phantom thief even need faith?
Of course. What else would we fight for?
For wealth, fame, and power to stand at the top so nothing and no one can imprison us. Isn't that what everyone desires? Or perhaps by faith? Do you mean something asinine and empty, like justice, dreams, or friendship? Hilarious. Grow up, Lycon. It's time to let go of your naive fantasies of being some almighty savior.
You just don't get it.
All right, enough squabbling. What I'm trying to teach you is very simple. I may not walk the path of justice, but I do not walk the path of evil. There's too much injustice in this world. And there are times when it becomes necessary to right those wrongs with unconventional methods. Taking lives, however, is out of the question. Life is a precious gift, one that nobody has the right to steal. No one should have the authority to judge whether another lives or dies. Keep that in mind.
I will.
You don't seem convinced, Hugo.
As you mentioned, this world is unjust. That's why we must strive to bring fairness to this world. Those who cause harm should face consequences, just as those who take lives should. But not all lives hold the same value. Sometimes, you may need to eliminate one if it means saving more.
You're too proud. Your pride may lead you astray.
I have my own path and beliefs, Jack. I'll determine for myself what's fair and unfair.
Hey, watch your mouth. If it weren't for Jack, you'd be dead already.
You're a smart kid, Hugo. Skilled too. You could easily take the life of a sinner. However, what if one day you found out you were wrong? What if that so-called sinner were innocent? Could you bring them back to life?
I wouldn't make that mistake.
To err is human. Everyone is bound to make mistakes. It's good you are open with your thoughts. I just don't want your troubled past to weigh you down, because your hatred doesn't define you. It only eats away at you.
What's wrong, Lycon? You've been quiet for a while now.
My apologies, Master Proxy. I was just reminded of some past memories. Before Hugo and I founded Mockingbird, we had a mentor, Jack. He took us under his wing when we were in dire straits, imparting his skills and life lessons. But Hugo didn't agree with his viewpoints. Perhaps our paths were always fated to diverge.
Okay, I'll admit. I've been itching to ask. Why did you two split up?
Mockingbird faced numerous triumphs, but also setbacks, and one of them was a disastrous one. Hugo. Was this you? All this?
Oh my. What the fuck? I only see 2 dead people, but like, this is like a whole ballroom.
So what if it was?
Have you gone crazy? Have you been planning this all along? You bury all these lives in the name of vengeance?
They deserve to die. Especially my so-called father. I should have killed him a long time ago. A really long time ago.
He killed his fucking dad. God. Chill out, bro.
You know what, Lycon? There's some people whose only purpose in life is to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes murder is what brings justice back into this world. And for that, I must stain these hands in blood.
Enough! I can't trust anything you say anymore. I'm leaving Mockingbird, now!
Where are you going?
Anywhere. Someone from the Mayflowers got in touch with me before.
Are you mad? You know what those hypocrites in city administration are like. They're no different from tops. We fought them together all this time, and now you're leaving to serve as their lapdog. Are you going to turn your back on Mockingbird? Turn your back on me?
The mayor is different from the others. But it doesn't matter. I'm not going to even try convincing you. As your friend, I'll give you one last piece of advice. Please, stop here. Otherwise, the day will come where your hatred and ambition will consume you.
God damn, man. That voice actor for
My
Hugo just
apologies,
fucking
Master
went off.
Proxy, that you had to hear such an unpleasant tale. Hugo came from a powerful family, and his relationship with them was always strained, especially with his own father. So much so that Hugo personally put an end to him. After shouldering a mountain of injustice, Hugo ran away from home. That's when Jack and I met him. And that setback that Mockingbird suffered turned out to be intimately connected to his family. I had thought it was just a normal mission, when in fact he was plotting revenge. He took advantage of me and everyone else there. I do not mean to pass judgment on him and his decision, but I refuse to accept a partner who is willing to trample over other people's lives for their own desires. Perhaps his family left a mark on him that continues to influence him to this day. In any case, Hugo still has the sacrifice core. We should contact the mayor to plan our next moves.
A pleasure to speak with you again. Lycon has already filled me in on Mockingbird stealing the sacrifice core. I'll deal with it.
Anything else we can do to help? I mean, we didn't manage to complete our mission.
No. You've done well. It's just not appropriate for you to get involved in what's to come.
We've been through far more dangerous situations. Plus, we've dealt with Mr. Mockingbird before. So maybe we could help you.
Really, I appreciate your kindness. It's just... Very well. Seeing as you're all people I know I can trust, I'm going to be frank. Not long ago, I received a letter declaring criminal intent.
Sir.
Lycon, I know you don't want to place them in danger. I feel the same way. However, I believe they deserve to know the truth. That letter threatened to use a sacrifice to take vengeance against the entire city of New Eridu.
What do you mean by vengeance?
I believe the person, or the organization, who sent the letter is planning to use the sacrifice to mount a large-scale attack against the city. Everything we've uncovered so far seems to support this hypothesis.
So we're gonna go to war in like chapter 2 or whatever. So we're gonna have to like go to war against the fucking White Hand or whatever. That's gonna be fucking we're fucked if that happens.
As you know, the sacrifice's true power is a mystery and cannot be controlled if anyone attempts to use it as a weapon. This is no small issue. If this gets out, it'll send the public into a panic. Please promise me you'll keep things confidential.
Then let us help out. We can do our part too.
But it's like I said before, it'll be too dangerous for you. Whichever way you look at it, you're still citizens of New Eridu, and as mayor, it's my duty to protect you. Plus, Carol would be furious with me if I put you in danger. If she were still around.
I really hope in like chapter 3 or the end, we find her just inside the hollow somehow still alive due to technology.
Anyway, I'm not at liberty to discuss this matter any further. Please rest assured that we will handle things properly as the administrative authority of New Eridu.
That's right, Master Proxy. Please trust us.
So that'll be all for today. Goodbye for now.
Alright. Back in it. Alright. One second, I gotta do this real quick, y'all. Bell, although the mayor and Lycon seem reluctant to get us I can't read now. To let us get involved in this matter. That's right. If the warning letter is true, this is a major issue concerning the safety of New Eridu. Sacrifice Exalis. Is that how you say that? Exalis Bringer, there might be a deeper secret behind all of this. And it could even be related to our teacher. No matter what, we can't just sit back and do nothing. But before that, let's find some time to discuss our tactics properly. But for now, let's call it a day. Feels like too much has happened. By the way, did you notice that Hugo's Mockingbird disguise is just wearing a mask? Or just a mask? Sounds a lot like a certain classic character's glasses. One sec, Kel. Sounds a lot like a certain classic characters, classics. Enough jokes, let's take some time to rest. Now let's discuss how we're going to investigate the XALS. Yes, I agree. The Commissioner's hasty closure of the case is a bit suspicious. We should definitely find Ju Yuan and get more information first. I'll leave it to you then. Come back soon. I'll gather some information on that now. What was I gonna say? Forgot what I was gonna say. I'll remember later. Oh, after this episode, I'm probably gonna go, literally just go read. Because I'm stuttering so much when I'm reading the dialogue.
I'll have to work overtime to finish this mission report. You're here.
Bro, you ever stop working, Ju Yuan? Like... like, you must have some vacation time build up, man. You must have. You saw the news, I'm sure the commissioner closed the case, citing personal misconduct. I already found it strange and wanted to investigate further, but there's been a lot of obstacles. It's as if there's a hidden force that doesn't want me to get involved in this matter any further. Yes, but it could also be my sensitive position. As far as I know, after the case was closed, the items left behind by Inspector Bringer were all sent to Hollow Special Operations for processing. However, those items have already been screened within the Bureau, and there's nothing suspicious about them. If you're still worried, you can also go there later and ask. Also, my colleagues at PubSec, most of us have worked with Inspector Bringer to some extent, so they might know something. I would love to investigate with you, but I've been busy lately. You're never not busy. Like, it takes some vacation time, bro. There was an Oregon trafficker case recently and some other odd missing person cases as well. You mean Inspector Bringer? Oh no, he's not Inspector anymore. I'm not very familiar with him, but I did help him organize. But I did help organize the things he left behind. Looking at it now, I guess they can be considered his estate. Special? No. Just very ordinary things. However, I heard from other colleague that Bringer had a notebook he never parted with. But I couldn't find this notebook in his belongings. It's probably lost somewhere. Anyway, everything has been sent to Hollow Special Operations. I think it was Section 6. It's because the higher-ups suspect there's a mole in PubSec. Another mole? I thought Bringer was just the only mole. I didn't know there was any clues to another mole. Scary dude. Mr. Bringer, I know. I once caught him in the bathroom secretly recording his to-do list for the next day with a tape recorder. Probably worried that he would forget otherwise. Is human memory really that short, or was it just Nah, man. At least for me, I would do the same exact thing. However, if there's has been However, if there had been any others in the bathroom at the time, Mr. Bringer probably wouldn't have done that. It's because I'm a Bangu that I happened to witness something like this. So, problems. About Bringer. Wait, you're not a reporter, are you? Oh good. Bosses told us not to talk about Bringer. Probably worried about some reporters being careless with what they write. I don't really know why he turned out this way. He used to be a good person. Many years ago, after he came out of a hollow, his entire personality shifted. I thought it was because he injured himself in the hollow, or had witnessed something terrible. But that operation was very successful. He rescued many citizens from the hollow and emerged completely unscathed. How strange. I remember now. It seemed like Bringer had a memory issue for a long time, always forgetting stuff. Back then, we always suggested he keep a diary. I can't read, motherfuckers. Back then, we suggested he keep a diary or something, though I'm not sure if he ever listened to us. I don't know anything more than that. After inquiring around, you gather a lot of information about Bringer. You share this information with Yuan and agree to meet at the Hollow Special Operations. Oh, yeah. There's no the. Fuck. You need to work on reading out loud. What's good?
Today's training.
You're here. Yuan has already told me about the current situation. You've already found all of Bringer's belongings. Nothing unusual so far. A notebook. I don't recall seeing one, but there are a few tape recordings. Colleagues have already listened to these tapes. They're just routine meeting minutes and similar recordings, and nothing out of the ordinary. After listening and inspecting the tapes, you find one that feels a bit different from the rest. It seems a bit heavier. There shouldn't be any need for that. These recordings have already been reviewed by both Hollow Special Operations and PubSec, so there shouldn't be any issues. Indeed, the weight of this tape is different from the others. Let's take a closer look. What's up, Sokaku? Yeah. And Osaba. Sorry you had to get replaced by Andy. That's my main DPS. Then we'll wave to you. Oh, this minigame. I hate the part where it speeds up. Light work. Okay, it didn't speed up, so we just easy win that. Easy win that. Looks like there's new content that can be played on the tape now. That's interesting. I didn't know secret information could be hidden this way. What secret Sokaku wants to know now? Don't speak in the third person, please. Zuyuan, are you nervous? I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about this. After all, he put much effort into hiding it. There might be an answer inside. You're right. No matter what, I have to face the truth.
All right, let's get started.
I'm probably not getting out of this hollow, but at least this tape recorder still works. not say these are my last words. I gave away my anti-corruption equipment to save those civilians, so I'm not in good shape. Unfortunately, we came up against a horde of ethereals right after that. I rushed over to fight them off and tried to save the civilians, but in the thick of all the fighting, I turned back and realized that I was somehow alone. Nobody was behind me. Luckily, I managed to defeat the ethereals, but the wounds and corruption I sustained in doing so should be fatal. I don't mean to cast the blame at all here, and if any of my colleagues ever pick up this cassette, I hope that nobody is ever held accountable. It's just human nature. It's normal. I just have a few regrets. I've seen a miracle. Yes, that thing is right. So long as humanity is in constant conflict against the Hollows, we'll never be able to grasp true power. Only by embracing everything. It's the only way. Only by embracing this power can everyone survive. Oh, Creator, please grant me this!
Oh, Zhu-Yuan. Oh my, just a moment of silence for Zhu-Yuan, man. This gotta hit her like a freight train, man. I don't even want to continue. I don't even want to continue, man. This is fucking sad.
Are you okay, Jiyuan? Don't be so sad.
Thanks. I'm okay. It's just... Even though we had our suspicions, now that everything is out in the open, I can't help but feel a little... Well, at least now I know the reason why he changed.
What did Bringer see during the recording? Whatever it was, he called it a miracle.
I saw the mission report from that incident. Bringer emerged from the Hollow unscathed, completely free from injury or corruption. Plus, I remember him rescuing a few civilians and walking out of the Hollow together with them.
But if that's the case, then it's at odds with the audio we heard. Which one is the true version of events?
The creator probably just healed him up, and then he found the civilians after. Like, you can easily infer that.
It's possible that both are true.
Asaba! Like, literally! My boy Asaba fucking right with me, bro.
Like if Bringer actually met a real god that completely healed his body and helped him save the others.
And that's why his mood changed so much. Why he started believing the Exaltists. Because he witnessed a miracle.
That sounds like a reasonable speculation at this point. But it still exceeds the limits of what we know.
In any case, it's a clue that ultimately points to the Exaltists. I'll keep pulling this thread and see where it leads.
I never expected the investigating to lead to this. But what exactly are the Exalists plotting? Regardless, time to head back to the video store and rest a bit. Then I'll think about the next steps. I've actually never been in here, other than this mission. Wait. Oh, I gotta take a picture of that. Let's use it. Who is that? Sukaku Miyabi. You motherfucker! You little shithead!
I've been waiting for you for quite some time.
Shut up.
We meet again, Master Proxy. I imagine you've already managed to gain some info from the conspirators about some people who wish to use sacrifice to launch an attack on New Eridu.
Bro, who is this girl? She just knows everything? Like... She just spews out information casually like it's fucking common knowledge. What the fuck?
How do you even know about that? I only just found out myself.
Because I've been watching you this entire time.
Bro, you fucking stalker, bro. Like,
I know many things. But unlike those hypocrites, I'm willing to share info with you to show my sincere hopes of working together. I need to find Bringer's belongings.
Bringer's belongings. Did he even leave anything behind?
Oh, he did. I have complete confidence in my intelligence network. All the more reason for you to work with me. You've probably already guessed, but what Bringer left behind will be crucial for cracking the alleged sacrifice attack. Find it, and we'll finally know what they are after.
Who do you mean by they?
The Exaltists, of course.
yeah.
They're always lurking whenever something related to sacrifice comes up. Actually, the Exaltists and I, we have a bit of shared history. But no more than that until you officially agree to work with me.
I assume either way we're gonna have working with her, so.
All right, I agree then.
Splendid. I like people who don't mess around. By the way, might I ask, you're not proficient at in-hollow combat, are you?
Nope, I can't fight.
As I expected. Not to worry. You're an invaluable proxy. All I require is for you to guide me. I mean, not even my darling Lord Phaethon can fight in the hollows.
Wait. That sounds like she doesn't know who Phaethon is. That's what it sounds like. So you're telling me she can follow me around without me even having any idea and know everything I'm doing, but she doesn't know where Phaethon? What sense does that make?
Hang on. What did you just say? Your darling Lord Phaethon?
That's right. The best proxy in all of New Eridu. Lord Phaethon. Don't tell me you don't like him.
I'm not telling her.
It's not that I don't like him. It's just, it's a little
Well, if it's not that you don't like him, then that means you do like him, right? And I know exactly how you feel. My love for Lord Phaethon is really complicated too. Great, you're a fan of Lord Phaethon too. But that makes sense. All of New Eridu ought to be fans of Lord Phaethon.
Okay, do we piss her off? We're gonna piss her off.
How should I put this? I'm not really...
I get it. You're ashamed. Because you love him so much. I went through a phase like that once. But it's okay to be brave and admit your love. Relax. I'm with you as you make your journey, fellow fan. Oh my. Once I start talking about Lord Phaethon, I just can't help myself. Look at the time.
I wish I could have done this interaction as wise. If I was wise, I would have just told her I'm Phaethon. Just to see, like, what she would say to Wise.
I suppose that's all for today, then. I'll be in touch with more news.
Okay, she doesn't know. I gathered the information from my intelligence network, of course. I may look this way, but I've got a pretty impressive job and I know many secrets. I must foil the Exalted schemes. Whatever they're planning, I'll stop them. This time I absolutely cannot. Look, Just think of it as my personal beef with the Exaltus, whatever the case. We're on the same side here. It's getting lit. I need to go back and make some preparation tea in Blizzwood. Bye. Likewise, what do you do when I'm having a conversation? Do you just sit behind the counter and just watch? Like, you just know everything, but you don't make any addition. Yeah, I don't see why we just wouldn't use EOS. Yeah, you're putting yourself in danger. Like, you're a ball of flesh. Like, you're a human. Like, Eos is a bamboo. Honestly, are banboos... I don't actually know, y'all. Are banboos, like, technological creatures? Like, are they, like, cyborgs? Or are they actually made out of flesh? Because I genuinely don't know. Like, is this flesh? Or is this... wires? I don't know. NP! My God, NP! What the fuck? NP!
Proxy, you're here too.
I didn't expect to run into you here.
What are you two doing here? And is that a new look I see, Ambi?
I'm here to investigate that incident.
Recall the incident that you experienced with Andy and Trigger. The reluctant details have been recorded as tapes and logged into videos to our archive if you have the time. You should go and refresh your memory with them.
I've recently dug up some clues about the person behind the operation, but my key contact is ultra cautious and keeps demanding me to prove my identity.
Okay, so is this after, like, the whole shenanigans with the Anvi clones? Okay. So that was, like, that was, like, after Chapter 5, mid, kind of, like, thing, okay.
So, to gain her trust, I decided to meet her dressed like this, now that everything is completely finished. This uniform doesn't really represent anything in particular. For me, it's just another outfit now. We all have to move on someday.
I'm helping her. I want to make sure whoever's behind all this is caught. Ah, and who's this young lady?
Her name's Vivian. She's my friend. We're here investigating a few things ourselves.
Ambi, one of the Cunning Hair's most powerful members. And Trigger, an Opal Squad sniper. It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
You know us?
Looks like someone's done her homework. Is it because of the proxy?
She just legit knows everything, bro. Like, you'll need to find something that she doesn't fucking know.
You two are practically celebrities. And because of my work, I've got loads of info when it comes to anyone with a name around New Eridu.
I see. Seems you're handling your work well.
Let's prepare to enter the Hollow. Unless you have any further questions, we'll be taking our leave now.
You're going into a hollow? Proxy, you plan on going in like that?
Yeah, that's right. I've recovered quite a bit lately, so I don't need any protective equipment in the hollows.
Huh. Aren't you that lady from before at the auction?
Hello. I didn't expect to see you again, young lady.
Oh, fuck you. What? What the hell? What is happening? What?
Vivian, are you alright?
What's wrong, Vivian? Are you...
It's nothing. I just drifted off for a moment there. So then, what are you doing here?
Don't worry. I'm not here to scam you.
Don't tell me. You're my contact for intel?
That's me. Ambi from Silver Squad, I presume? Pleasure to meet. All right. I'm going to exchange some information with Miss Ambi here.
You're not looking so good. Everything okay?
I can tell you later, but not right now.
Okay, that's all the information I got. In return, I want you to do something for me. Take me into the Hollow. I left something very valuable inside. I have to find it.
Was she actually not scamming? And was actually looking for...
Seeing as we were just about to go in ourselves.
It's fine by me. But didn't you say you were investigating something?
Do I get to play with both? Do I get to play with my maid and the new character?
It's fine. There's no rush. Right, Master Proxy.
Huh? Yeah. There really is no rush. Sure, let's all go together.
It'll be safer with more people, and we'll find your missing item more quickly.
Thank you.
Like, this dude always looks so unique for just a random fucking NPC. I get to play with Ambi, Trigger, and Vivian. Please tell me. Oh my god, wait. I don't get to play as her? Oh, you little shit. Oh, you're so fucking shit for that. Alright, fucking fine. I like that.
Stop!
Oh, it's I need a new.
I'll take point. Recalibrate.
Keep on! This is my favorite thing about Trigger. Keep on, motherfucker.
Now it's my turn to ask questions. What exactly is it that you're investigating?
Since you're familiar with the new Silver, then you should know that it shouldn't exist anymore.
So they do like one of the songs. I was thinking of this point.
What I'm investigating has something to do with it.
Okay, I'm all good.
Now you pay. Proxy, let's use that fissure to head to the next location.
But yeah, should I pull for Trigger? I don't know. Trigger's like fun, or like... Man. I don't know.
This is the place.
How are you already here? Like, why aren't you following me?
So, what is it that you're looking for?
A ring. I was excavating ether here before and accidentally lost it somewhere. Please, could you all help me find it? It has to be somewhere among all this.
Sure. I'll start looking.
I'll go with you.
I'll stay here with her then.
Thanks, but you don't have to worry about me. Go ahead and accompany the others. I'm sure it'll be fast. I know it might sound... I'll be so happy if my daughter grows up to be capable like you.
I'm not gonna endure his lifetime's work for discovered by art collectors after his death, anything usually popular. Sounds like quite the nice story, right? In reality, the art collectors are to blame for his death. Those pompous big shots discovered his talent and even wanted him to craft forgeries of famous works. Someone as proud as him would never agree to such a thing. Not only did he refuse, but he also wanted to expose their schemes. Someday later, he suddenly took his own life. That's so funny. Yeah. Zenless has like this whole upper echelon, kind of like underground rich people type thing down. Like all the fucking rich people schemes. I knew him, he would never do something like that. Those big shots silenced him. Yeah, we saw that coming. Thank you, but I might not need it anymore. So, who exactly are those big shots you're talking about? Given the circumstances, it's fun to tell you it's the Ravenlock family. Of course it's them! Of course it's those heifers. The matter I just discussed with Miss Anby is also related to them. The collectible you asked me to bid on earlier, I should probably return it to you. Don't worry about it. But isn't it your husband's final works? Do I really look at what I post?
There's leftover food here. I don't want to imagine what's inside the bag.
Probably something comparable to Rena's cooking.
Neither do I.
How is that suspicious, bro? He's just chilling. How is he suspicious, bro? It's just a fucking capybara, bro. You find a plush toy after squeezing immediately through it and realize it doesn't have what you're looking for. No one would hide a ring in the stuffing of a plush toy, right? Oh, there's nothing inside. I've already gone through it.
A toy that seems emotionally stable. There shouldn't be a ring hidden in it.
It's pretty cute.
Sorry, I skipped through like half of that. No, apparently no one's about to spoil the case.
It's a fancy lunchbox?
I wonder if its owner is safe and sound.
Probably not. That's in the middle of a hollow.
What's wrong, Vivian? You seemed worried for a while now.
Yeah, why are there mercenaries here though? Why are there mercenaries?
Mind not only worried about Sienna. Look at you. Her location should
Yeah,
stay
you want us to leave her in the middle of a fucking wall.
maybe that's why you should have let someone stay with you.
Her vital signs are gone.
What happened? I guess this was her final scam. There's one thing I must remind you. Your time is running out.
I'm not sure how you can tell, but you're right. I'm going to die in here. That's my plan. I'm very sick and don't have much longer. If I try to get treatment, it'll just be a burden on my daughter. So I scam my way through a bunch of physical exams and managed to take out a hollow corruption policy through Ravenlock Insurance. Once some time has passed, could you please take my corrupted body out of the hollow? That will secure a generous compensation package for my daughter. It's only what the Ravenlocks owe me. A pity, yes. But it's the only way I can squeeze it out of them.
What makes you think that will help you?
I just trust you will. I'm just awfully sorry you had to get involved in this. But it's something I must do. I have to leave something behind for my girl. I have to give her a chance at life. If it's okay, could you also please pass a message to Mira for me? Tell her, don't worry. Even if Mommy's body is corrupted, withers away, and turns to dust, my love for you will always be there. Thank you. You're a good kid.
She was betting that we'd help her.
So, you were aware of this the whole time?
Yes. Because I saw it. You might not believe me, but I've had this ability to see the future since I was a little girl.
Oh wait, so it's not just like expression reading, she like can legit just see the future?
But the things I see are always something bad. Plagues, deaths, disasters. That's all I've ever been able to see.
It's all that kid's fault!
She's seriously jinxed.
I always try to avoid her. Otherwise, she'll say something rotten that ends up coming true again.
Prophecies, she says. Like she's not the one bringing the bad luck upon us.
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Sorry.
What good is saying you're sorry? Things like this keep happening every time you open your mouth.
How unlucky. She shouldn't be here. Nobody wants her around.
If only she would just disappear.
I just wanted to warn you all. I'm sorry. Every time it's the same. In the end, there's nothing I can change. Sometimes I even wonder whether it's me predicting these things, or if my very existence is manifesting these calamities.
Nah. Like, they give me options, man. Like, they gave you these they gave you these one dialogue options so fucking awesome.
Vivian, it's not your fault. You were just trying to be kind and warn them about impending disasters.
I can tell it's never been easy for you.
Thank you. No matter what. I just hope she finally gets to rest in peace. I hope no misfortune, whether I foresee it or not, ever happens to anyone.
Okay, so cool. I can tell when you have a prophecy now. This is a nice character writing. Someone out of a very bad environment, still just born with that kind of sense of responsibility, that sense of just being good. Sorry, I'm skipping the dialogue again. Yeah, I think so too. Actually, there have been rumors that the Ravenlock family have fallen out of favor with Tops for a while now. That's why they're becoming so desperate, afraid of being abandoned by the mighties at Tops. Or whatever. Sienna is actually a skilled intelligence broker. She retired from the business a while ago. I've seen no wonder she was able to gather classified information. She said she tried many ways, but everything was useless against the untouchable Ravenlock family. She still couldn't avenge her lover. But I believe everything she did was meaningful. The same goes for you, Miss Vivian. Everyone, it seems there are ethereals nearby. It's not safe going to look moving forward.
Proxy, do you believe that the future can be changed?
Whoa, that's kind of an out of the blue.
In my memories, this has happened countless times already. I can only see these misfortunes. Why can't I even have a sliver of happiness?
For when? I'm on it. Out there. You're in my sight.
Proxy, the fissure that we're looking for is up ahead.
Now you pay. Wide open. You're in what you deserve. Quick shot. Focus up. Supporting position.
I think it's about time.
We should take that lady out of the hollow. You guys go on.
Thank you.
She gave us the intel we needed, so this is the least we could do. I hope everything else goes well for you.
Master Proxy, is there anything you'd like to know? You can just ask.
I'm curious about your story, Vivian. But we can talk more once you feel ready. Don't worry, I can—
You're the first person to ever say that to me. I'd be happy to share my story with you. These premonitions I see are not within my control, and they always come to me in a flash, like a flood of images in my mind. Most of the time, I see death, disease, accidents, and disasters. Of course, there are also some non-fatal mutilations, but every time, without exception, they end up happening. And I can never prevent or change them. That's all I have to say about it. If that offends Master Proxy and you don't want to hang out with me anymore, then I can understand.
Why would I be offended? That's just who you are, Vivian. Besides, we're friends.
I've always considered this ability as a curse.
It's not a curse. If anything, I think you've been given a gift.
Thank you. Really? Well, it's getting late. Bringer's belongings ought to be around here somewhere. Let's take a closer look.
Wait, why would Bringer's belong? There's a random vending machine inside the hall in the outer ring. It's
Looks
probably
like it isn't in here.
Oh, never mind. It's not here.
Oh, here's another one. Oh, I'm tired.
Strange. There's nothing in here.
Oh, wait, Hugo, why are you here?
Is that all?
Here, bro.
This is it. This notebook is what Bringer left behind, but I don't know what these markings on it mean.
Ignoring the surrounding danger for some time until the shrieking material suddenly rings out nearby. However, a moment later, a strange yet familiar figure materializes to block the ethereal. Disposing of these, Hugo!
Well, hello, Master Proxy. It's been a while. Oh, don't give me that scandalized look. I did just save your lives.
I would have protected the proxy even if you hadn't appeared.
I'm sure of it, but I happen to be in the area. Worry not, dear companion. I have complete confidence in your strength.
Hang on, did you say companion? So you two know each other?
Apologies. I didn't have a chance to mention it before. I'm actually part of the Phantom Thief Syndicate, Mockingbird.
That's right. I was only able to slip in during the auction thanks to some help from Vivian backstage.
Aw, cute.
So, the whole time, you were only bidding on the collection so you could get backstage and mess with things?
I warned you before. You can't rely on appearances.
Don't worry, Master Proxy. We don't have any ulterior motives here. As you've probably heard, Mockingbird is a renowned Phantom Thieves syndicate in New Eridu that, despite its longevity, has managed to maintain the secrecy of its members' identities to this day. So, disclosing our identities to you is essentially the highest sign of good faith that a Mockingbird Phantom Thief can show. Your trust is most appreciated. Mockingbird's purpose is very simple, really. To form long-standing and cooperative relationships with outstanding proxies like yourself.
We need your abilities.
Before you make any decisions, please allow me to briefly explain the concept behind the Mockingbird Syndicate.
Briefly, yeah, it's not gonna be brief at all. It's not gonna be brief at all.
We all know there isn't anything in this world that's fair. A prime example being the uneven distribution of wealth. People from tops splurge on luxurious collectibles, while the poor have to gamble with their own lives just to get by. Of course, besides wealth, there's also an unequal distribution in this world of happiness and suffering, hope and despair, love and hate. It's all just so unfair. Somebody has to do something to tilt the balance of the scales. And thus Mockingbird was born. We take from those who have far more than they deserve and give it to those who deserve to have more. If you ask me, that's enough to be considered a form of justice.
Depends on who you're stealing from. Like, if you're stealing from, like, someone like Astra, who worked and made their fucking music and made everything on their own, then I disagree. But, like, you know, the fucking evil rich people that they're stealing from, you know, I think they deserve it.
You do have a point. I can agree with that.
Thank you. I knew if anyone, you'd understand. However, aside from these philosophical considerations, we also have a crisis on our hands to deal with. As you know, the Exaltists are plotting to use the power of sacrifice to launch an attack on all of New Eridu. We can provide you with all the latest intel, just like that notebook you found. Something those pompous housekeepers would never be willing to do. And the most crucial part of this whole game, the sacrifice core, is currently in my possession. I think that makes this a highly competitive deal. We share the same goal for the moment, stopping the impending disaster from playing out.
I need some time to think about it.
How about this? If you still have misgivings about our upcoming cooperation, then why don't you bring Lycon along with you? He's got the support of the mayor's office behind him, and his presence alone is enough to keep me in check. That would put you more at ease, right? Of course, you're welcome to bring some other friends along, provided they are from public security or HSO.
Well, if you're willing to let my friends come along, then you...
Great. It's a deal. By the way, Proxy, this is for you.
We got a fancy collectible. Let's go. I'm never gonna use this for anything. It's just gonna sit there.
Consider it a souvenir commemorating our first time working together.
For now, we'll carefully look through the contents of that notebook. I'll contact you if anything comes up.
Oh, dang. Dang, we playing this Hugo. Watch Hugo's walk. Okay, that's his sprint. Hit the dash. Hey, this motherfucker tall. I'm gonna see him next to Mew Mew. I thought it was a dude. Damn! My apologies, everyone, but I need to take my leave and go take care of my art gallery now. So you actually own a gallery. I also need a convenient social identity for various reasons. The title of gallery owner works quite well. I'll stay with Master Proxy for a bit longer. But Hugo, you've been oddly busy lately. You're not hiding something from me, are you? Well, show it before. In the dash. Who is this Hallball looking at? What is that beard? Like, bro is not. What is that beard? Like, goes down spike, spike, spike. Like, why is it so spiky? Like, make it straight, brother. I assume you finished the task I asked you to, yes? Done as promised. I've already found buyers for the goods you gave me. No shortage of big names among them. Of course, I've also recommended your gallery to them as instructed and spread the word about it in the circle. But getting rid of all of this exquisite stuff so sudden, you're not in trouble, are you? If you have funding issues, I'm also your guy. I've got friends who would offer loan services. Thank you for your concern, but my cash flow is very healthy. I have more than just you as my middleman. In essence, I'm just looking to boost my gallery's reputation in the scene. I see those rare pieces in your collection. Definitely caught a few eyes. I'm sure they're all looking forward to collaborating with you. Thank you for the kind words. Alright, it's getting late. I should head off now. See you later. Or see you next time. I'm so used to just... Don't worry, I'll improve my reading skills eventually, y'all. The well-dressed informant. When the musician's third string breaks, the gatekeeper whispers to me in which hand hides the coin from the underworld ferryman. The left hand holds death, the right hand holds deception, but the raven has already flown away with the answer. I can't get over the embarrassment every time I say this. What the fuck, bro? Quite poetic, isn't it? The meeting with Hartman has been scheduled. He'll be waiting for you in that same private suite. Or should I say waiting for Hugo, the renowned collector and gallery owner. Thank you, I knew it. Still, I have to ask, you're not looking to make the Ravenlocks your enemy, are you? If I say I am. It's not like I can stop you anyway. You've already caused a scene at the auction. That robe of hearts. Can't believe you came up with that. Hartman's been on the move lately. That organ trafficking case from before is linked to him too. I also heard that they're dropping big money on some kind of drug research. The Ravenlocks have always been a bunch of cold-blooded bastards, doing all kinds of messed up things that make your blood boil, and swept everything under the rug with money and power, leaving the victims with no justice. But Hartman is the worst of the bunch. Rumor says that he personally took out the previous heir and clawed his way to the throne. I know, relax, I don't plan on clashing with him head on. You'd better not. I don't want to witness Mockingbird's folly of trying to crack a stone with an egg. I prefer to see it as more of a gambit. I can never win an argument against you anyway. Don't forget, the Ravenlock family is in bed with those Exaltus lunatics. Who knows what awful schemes they've been cooking up lately. Cool, so now we gotta fight the Exaltics and this big ass fucking mega family. It's like the Grays and the Braithwaites in Red Dead 2. Two shitty ass families that you gotta fight. Two shitty ass rich families. In any case, as your old friend, I sincerely wish you all the best. Thank you. By the way, how's life on doing lately? I haven't seen him in a while. But I know you two split up, but it's been years. Are you still not over it? I don't know. I don't care. If there's nothing else, I'll get going now. Alright, fine. Good luck. The students nearby seem to be having an intense discussion. You hear a familiar name. That Mockingbird Thieves Syndicate only looks flashy but hasn't actually accomplished anything, right? House remains unshakable, and those big families are just a step away from getting total control. It's possible that even the mayor can't keep them in check. How do y'all even know about all this shit? You're fucking like 16. But it doesn't matter. The mere existence of the Mockingbird serves some kind of warning. Every time they release a crime warning letter, fear erupts among these evildoers. Really, but what can they actually change? In the end, it's probably just a game to the big shots. Mockingbird is just like a fly, annoying but not deadly, so they just let it be. So what do you think?
it would happen. If you ask me, you have to dismantle everything from within if you truly want change. This is not a normal conversation students have. We're talking about a football game, bro. Without power or influence is all futile. The first step should be accumulating resources by any means necessary, if it's possible, joining TOPS. After all, to establish a new order, the old one must be demolished, just like how creation requires destruction. What? Why is this conversation so deep? Why? Why are school students fucking having this deep ass conversation about fucking corporate corruption? It's really possible to join TOPS. Many would probably defect immediately. True, but who would turn down money? You're the one who's doing business with Master Hartman. Correct. Master Hartman's time is extremely valuable, and he has graced you with this meeting amid his busy schedule. Yeah. Okay. And? I sincerely hope you bring something substantial to the family. Haha, we're not. I stand here precisely because I have enough leverage. You've had better.
How about it? Will you work with me?
Not bad. Let me be honest with you. I have the sacrifice core that you're after. I am Mockingbird.
So it's you. I never thought you'd be so bold as to come see me alone.
Relax, my friend. As you know, if I can sneak into such a heavily guarded auction, then naturally, I can just as easily slip away right now. I'm here with the sincere intention to seek cooperation. I can give you that sacrifice core.
And what do you want in return?
Wealth, glory, power. The things everyone else in the world wants, I want them too.
Oh, Hugo, bruh. Hugo, you're throwing Vivian under the bus. You're throwing us under the bus.
And I'm confident that as the current heir to the Ravenlock family, those are all things you can give me.
Then you've certainly come to the right place. My family is working on a big project. If things come to fruition, the Ravenlock status in TOPS will significantly improve. At which point, I'll be sure to leave a spot for you. Naturally, as an outsider, you're precluded from handling any of our core business. But profits from the scraps alone will be enough to set you up for life.
Mr. Hartman, I think you've misunderstood me. I have no intention of joining the Ravenlock family. In fact, I have an art gallery under my name that does pretty well for itself. I was hoping you could recommend me for TOPS.
You want to join TOPS? That's easier said than done. Even for a family like ours, it would still require significant effort and...
Just answer me yes or no. I don't think either of us can afford to waste time.
I understand. Yes, you have my word. But in exchange, you'll have to give me the sacrifice core first.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't. I've already hidden it somewhere safe, a place nobody else but me knows. You don't want to put all your chips on the table when dealing with TOPS. I know that far too well.
Then that means I also need to keep an eye out when working with the infamous Mockingbird, right?
Mr. Hartman, I should remind you that I stand before you undisguised. coming from a phantom thief who's never publicly revealed his identity. Shouldn't that be sufficient assurance? If I betray you, then you merely need to lift a finger to wipe me from the face of this world.
You do make a valid point there. In that case, you have a deal.
I appreciate your trust.
Why don't we celebrate our new partnership with a toast? Having a drink before undertaking anything important is a family tradition. It's good luck.
As an outsider, it's a real honor.
By the way, you aren't the only member of your organization, are you? Shouldn't all your companions agree to this deal first?
That's what I mean. He's throwing everyone under the bus. For himself, like Lycon said he would.
You don't have to worry about that. I'll make sure she agrees. Otherwise, I'll get rid of her too.
Oh, you little shit. Oh, you fucking little shithead.
Seems you'll do whatever it takes to get things done. Great things lie ahead for someone like you. All right, let's leave it at that for today. I'll contact you about what to do next.
That's him! He's the one who killed Serena!
She was the only one who was ever any good to him, right? That's how he repays her?
That's why they say once a mongrel, always a mongrel. Just look into his eyes.
Father! We have to punish him!
Serena had been ranking ahead of him. Hugo must have poisoned her water so he could pass her.
Pure evil. Typical for an impure bloodline. He should have been kicked out ages ago.
Hugo, did you do all this?
Yes, it was me. I killed her.
He admitted it! Father, he must be expelled.
He has no right to live under the same roof as us.
Why don't we reunite him with Serena then? Nobody would ever know.
Hugo, well done. My children, how many times have I told you before? In this world, only the most ruthless, cruel, and unscrupulous of people ever make it to the top. Like Hugo here, who was willing to murder his only true loved one without a second thought. Only someone with the means and the gumption to do that is qualified to be my heir.
But...
It's all over now, and the results are obvious. The winner of this month's assessment is Hugo. As for the rest of you, go to the usual place for the punishment you deserve.
But Father! Before this, I was number one.
As I've told you before, there's only room for one winner in this family. You're still a loser, even if it's by the smallest margin. And there's no reason for a loser to exist. This is all for your own good. Do you understand? Go on now. Receive your punishment for the sake of the family.
Yes, I understand.
What the fuck, bro? This dude has been conditioned to just be an absolute douchebag from frickin' birth.
That really brought up some unpleasant memories. It won't be long. Soon, it'll all be over.
Well, the truth is, we've always wanted the chance to work with you. Hugo said you're the best proxy he's ever met. The chosen proxy, in other words, the chosen one. By the way, are you free now? If you're not busy, would you mind taking a walk outside with me? Anywhere is fine. You're right, we'll just go with that. Vivian.
Thank you for escorting me here, Proxy. Today was quite eventful. If I were to head back, you're a child that only brings misfortune. People have been saying that about me for a long time. Why do I only predict suffering? If I could predict happy things, joyful things, would people like me a little more?
Oh, baby.
Maybe fate truly is set in stone. Often, I want to help these people avoid their miserable fates. For a time, I even thought that I was successful, that I could change people's destiny. But it was all an illusion. In the end, I couldn't do anything at all. So, I was really happy when you said that my abilities weren't a curse, but a gift. Thank you, Proxy. I'm so glad to have met you. And you're also a fan of Lord Phaethon. It's like we were fated to meet.
Yeah, wait till she learns that we're actually faithful.
I don't know why, but I feel completely at ease when I'm by your side. I feel like I'm free from judgment, from blame. Like, I don't need to worry about anything, and can just be my own true self. Perhaps people really do possess an aura. And ours just so happen to be extremely compatible.
I just got that aura on me, bro. I just emit that aura.
By the way, you asked me before about Hugo. I don't really know much about him. He rarely ever talks about his past. But judging from his eye colors, you can guess he's probably the bastard son of a renowned family. I think his mother was very worried about his different colored eyes, and even wanted to get rid of him at one point. But then his family offered a huge price and bought him off his mother for some reason. And just like that, he moved from a leaky and drafty boarding room to a luxurious mansion. But he's also mentioned that the extravagant home is actually like hell for him. I think it's probably because the family treats him terribly. I digress. He ran away and ended up meeting Lycon and his master. After that, they formed Mockingbird together and experienced a rare period of happiness. Until Lycon's betrayal.
So, what's your take on Hugo?
I imagine I would still be wandering around now if I had never met him. To me, Hugo is just like an older brother. I've always felt as though he's carrying some heavy burden with him. But that's a secret he's kept to himself. Something he'll never tell me. Sometimes when I look into his eyes, I can feel that he's really struggling with something. Even though he may say some extreme things, Hugo really isn't a bad person. I think one day he'll tell me his secret. Until then, I just have to wait. Wait and trust him.
We're so close to level 45. Damn it. I see it's getting late, so let's call it a day. Once Vivian and the others get in touch, we'll want to investigate. Belle, Vivian has contacted us. She said you'll be investigating the hall tomorrow in addition to her, Hugo, Lycon, and A&B. A&B! Yeah, baby! Whom we recommended before will also be joining this operation. She'll explain the details when she comes to pick you up at the video store tomorrow. But, how are you planning on heading straight into the Hollow like you did the past few times? Alright, with so many friends around this time, there shouldn't be as much risk. I'll wait for you at home. I'll wait for you at home then. No matter what happens, safety first. Let's get some rest for now. Alright, y'all. I think I'll end today's episode here. You know, we went through the whole, like, segments with both of them. We went and figure out, like, where Hugo came from, his, like, kind of backstory, stuff like that. But, yeah. I think probably last episode is probably going to be the final episode of this segment of the story. And again, y'all, put in the comments if y'all want me to save for these guys to pull them, and then I'll maybe make showcases of them. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode, and I will see y'all. I need to come up with an outro. Just get the fuck out of here.